Hello, my horror-loving dudes. I'm Killjoy Jake, and today we're talking a little bit about The Last of Us with the latest episode that just came out tonight. Let's get into it.
Well, sometimes that is better.
So getting right into it, I recently caught up on The Last of Us and was just genuinely so surprised with how good this adaptation is, and I was like, I can't believe I'm not covering this on my horror YouTube channel. I should probably be doing that. Oh my god. I played the original game all the way back when it originally came out, so this show is giving me like a crazy burst of nostalgia, and I'm really digging it. But a big thing I'm noticing about all of the episodes, including episode 4 that just premiered tonight, is that they've made little changes to the story that ultimately serve it for the better. Episode 3 was the biggest testament to this, expanding Bill's storyline, played by the absolutely phenomenal Nick Offerman in literally every role he plays. He's always good, and the proof is in the pudding, like how it is right here. This is some tasty pudding, let me tell you. But talking a little bit about tonight's episode, I'm sure most people will see this as maybe the weakest episode we've gotten so far, but in a lot of ways, I loved it. I think it did a lot of things that were very necessary to progressing the story onward, including complicating the relationship between Joel and Ellie. Just like in the game, Ellie comes off as a little abrasive at first, and some may even go so far as to say that, yeah, maybe she comes off as a little annoying, but as the game progresses, she starts to break down a little bit, and you get to see this wonderful bond happen between Joel and Ellie, where they find out that they're not really too different from each other, even though one is a 56-year-old man and one is a 14-year-old girl. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey once again kill it in this episode, giving us some of the best dialogue of the entire series thus far. You get this one line from Joel in this episode that kind of hits a little below the belt, saying that Ellie is just cargo to him, and wow, that's that hurts a little bit. By the end of the episode, though, I feel like Joel maybe doesn't start to feel that way anymore. It's almost like Ellie is filling a certain void that has been a void for a long time, if you catch my drift. To explain that last joke, Joel lost his daughter in episode... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna go down that path. But just like in the games, I love this relationship between these two characters. It's so sweet and bright in this very, very, very dark world. Moreover, this very sweet relationship, I love the diarrhea pun at the end. Listen, a good diarrhea joke always makes Jake laugh. It's like a good kick in the balls. It's always funny. A fart in the face. It's always gonna be funny. Speaking of good changes, though, I'm really interested in this Kathleen character, who is a creation for the TV series opposed to what's going on in the video games. This new villain doesn't seem to be your typical evildoer who is lemon-scented and, ooh, I'm so evil. No. They're like human characters. They have a reason to be doing what they're doing. They don't see themselves as the bad guy, which is the best way to write bad guys. And like I was saying earlier, a lot of the stuff happening in this, not just between the characters of Joel and Ellie, but also with these raiders, it seems like it's a lot of setup for the next episode. Like I said earlier, I played the game when it came out, so a lot of it's still fuzzy up here. I will say the scene where like they crash the truck into the building, like that is spot on, like exactly how it was in the game, and that is so cool. I'm sure there's more things from this episode, but like I said, it's been almost 10 years since I played that game, so give me a break. Next episode seems like it's going to be all about this Henry character that they were talking about a lot tonight, and I'm very excited to see where all of that goes. I'm sure I played through this at one point, and I have since forgotten, unfortunately. I still haven't played The Last of Us Part 2, by the way, so please no spoilers. I'm already seeing things about certain characters online, and I'm like, oh, I still haven't played that game yet. Oh my god. So please no spoilers in the comment section, or I will piss my pants. I will actually do it right here, right now. You don't want to see that. It'll be embarrassing. A grown man peeing his pants, that's pretty nasty to watch. One last thing to cap this off, though, is that there wasn't any zombies in this episode. And you know what? That's okay. The story has been so good in most of these episodes, I haven't even really missed the zombies. It was nice seeing a lot of them in episode 2, of course, but like, yeah, the story is just so good. I'm like, this is all right. I don't need it. The reason that is for me is like, let's compare this to something like The Walking Dead, where they would take like 3 episodes to do what they probably could do in 1 episode. The Last of Us knows that, recognizes it, and efficiently tells the story it needs to tell all in 1 episode while still having a bunch of action. Like, The Walking Dead would slow down so much to the point where you would probably just get like people walking up the stairs to that 33rd floor in a whole episode. That would be a whole subplot in an episode in The Walking Dead. And it's like, I don't care. This is boring. Move on to the next thing, please. It does the dark stuff really well. It does the zombie stuff really well when it actually does touch on that. I feel like we're gonna get more of it in episode 5, because I know some of us are like, where's the zombies in my zombie show? But I have a feeling that we're in for one of the best video game adaptations of all time. The Mario movie's about to have a lot of competition, let me tell you. What did you guys think about episode 4? Are you impatient looking for some zombies? Don't worry, I think episode 5 is gonna deliver on that. Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this review video of the latest episode of The Last of Us. I will be covering this every Sunday night moving forward here. Don't forget, because Super Bowl Sunday is next Sunday, we will be getting episode 5 of The Last of Us this Friday. Check out my review that night. Support me on Patreon if you can by clicking that link in the description below. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.